Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled How Some of Today's Extremely Savviest Small Business Owners and Service Providers, ladies and gentlemen, they literally go about recession proofing their businesses, products, and or services. That's correct. And in this video, entrepreneur, you're going to discover how you can and should be doing it too. Ladies and gentlemen, the ultimate purpose of this video is to demonstrate how some of today's extremely savvy small business owners and or service providers, they leverage any given business climate, including a nagging local recession, and they still manage to grow their businesses for literally pennies on the dollar. Now, before we go any further, let's be clear so we're on the same page. Nobody is suggesting, myself included, we're going to eliminate a recession. This is part of a normal business cycle. What we're suggesting, though, is during a nagging recession, previously untapped opportunities are literally everywhere when you have the right marketing mindset to take advantage of them. So we're going to look at a couple of situations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a local, let's say family-run, mom and pop furniture concern. And let's say they have a single location for the time being. They are going to go about strategically marketing their business, doing some out-of-the-box stuff. Here's the first thing they're going to do. They're going to make an ongoing investment and become a member of the local Chamber of Commerce. You'll see why a little bit more in part 2, but here's the other thing they're going to do. They're going to become an extremely active member in one of the local real estate investment clubs. You know, the kind that meet once a week. They have a newsletter, and they bring in nationally recognized guest speakers and all that stuff. Now, here's the reason why, focusing on number 2, they're going to join this local real estate investment club. Maybe more than one, just depending. It's because they want to be personally introduced to ASAP at least 3 or 5 of the top commercial real estate brokers in their immediate area. And this is how they're going to go about leveraging those personal relationships. Let's say about a month or two, in 60 days, they've had a chance to get personally introduced to some of the top commercial real estate, either owners or brokers. In this case, we're going to go with the actual owners of a building. Here's what they're going to approach the owners of that building. The furniture store is going to offer to refurnish these highly influential 7 or 8 figure a year earners, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to offer to refurbish either their primary residence or home and or their main office. And here's what they're going to do. They're going to allow them to get up to $20,000 worth of furnishings, of their choice, but they're going to sell it to them at their actual cost. Now, I want you to stop and think about this for a second. First of all, if there are men and women in the community, your local community, and there are, who currently own commercial real estate, and they do, which means their annual gross income is anywhere between $1 million, 7 figures, and 8 figures, $10 million in gross income. You know they can afford to purchase any type of furniture anywhere in the country or the world for that matter and pay full retail price, correct? So why in the world would this savvy small business furniture concern who has a single location leap at the chance to sell them $20,000 worth of furniture that may only cost them $10,000 and would normally be gross profit, that other $10,000, they're willing to knock that off minus any applicable fees and taxes and all that, and allow these commercial brokers or owners to do this to their house and one of their main locations, home offices. Well, I want you to stop and think about this. If you're scratching your head right about now saying, "What? How does this make sense, Mark?" Here's how it does. Ask yourself this simple question. Who do people who own 7 figures and 8 figures, who do they normally socialize with, ladies and gentlemen? Meaning, who do they regularly have dinner with? Who do they regularly do business with? Who do they regularly vacation with? And who do they attend weddings and other social functions with, fancy fundraisers? That's right, other men and women who earn a lot of money. So ask yourself this question. When you're over their house attending the Super Bowl party and the wife or the husband happens to mention they just got this new bedroom and living room set that would normally retail for $14,000 and they got the whole package for just $7,200 cash, do you think that's going to raise a few eyebrows? Bingo. And do you think those other influential men and women are going to want to know who hooked them up? There you go. Now, that's not to suggest you're going to give everybody else this stuff at cost. The point is you're going to leverage that relationship with those people to meet a ton of other people for a whole lot less money than running fancy ads in the newspaper, radio ads, television spots. Now, that's not to suggest they won't do their share of that, because they certainly will. But this is sort of some underground ninja marketing strategies they can use to lock down some new customers and clients who are highly influential, meaning they're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they're on the radio, they're on television. And they're going to be telling everybody. Absolutely. Think about how powerful that is. So here's the next leg of the strategy. If this owner, the owners of this building, agree to this, here's the next part of your strategy. Every 90 days, but especially at the beginning of the year, the commercial property owners are going to include a piggyback insert, meaning your offer to all 75 of their, let's say this particular building you're looking at has 75 separate units, not employees, 75 separate buildings that house businesses, but they're commercial. What the owners are going to do is, when they mail out their monthly bill to these people, they're going to include one of your best market-tested offers inside the mailing. And here's what it's going to say. The tenants, in other words, the tenants are invited to enter a quarterly free drawing, meaning every 90 days, some lucky employee of one of those businesses is going to win a $10,000 master living and bedroom set. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you think the average person has $10,000 worth of furniture in their home? And even if they do you think they won't leap at a chance to win some new stuff? And what do you think they'll probably do with their old stuff? They'll either sell it or give it away. And they'll probably give it away to a friend or family member who they get to tell this story to. Bingo, exactly. Now, let's do the math, because I want you to make sure you're really following this, ladies and gentlemen, because if you're not, you're missing out. Here's the point. This particular commercial building, we're saying that they have a total of 75 units, and let's just say, to keep the math simple, on average there are 10 employees per business. Now we know some might have 30, some of them might have 6. We're going to say on average it's 10. So here's the point. 75 units times 10 employees equals a grand total of 750 individual employees in this one commercial building alone. And that's the other thing. What if this commercial property owner has 10 of these? Now, that's getting a little ahead of the story. We'll cover some more of that in part 2. But here's the point. 750 individuals are going to be made aware of a free drawing. And let's just say, so it doesn't sound too pie in the sky, we're going to say only 60% of them take advantage of the drawing. So in other words, 450 people become brand new opt-in email and or text message subscribers to this furniture concern, which means now when they have a closeout sale, instead of blasting all over the television this weekend only the presidential sale or this sale or the 4th of July extravaganza, they can save a lot of money by sending emails. And then in part 2, like I said, we're going to get into some real nitty gritty so you can see this, but on the surface of it, I want you to see what's going on. Now here's what I want you to think about. Once they choose the grand prize winner, the furniture concern, that's 1 out of 450 people that opted in. They now have 449 other VIP subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, who are automatically going to get a super time-sensitive VIP brand new customer only discount coupon. That's, say up to 30, 60 days, and it expires worthless. And what it's going to allow them to do is take 50% off their very first purchase with absolutely no minimum purchase requirement necessary. Now, how many of these people do you think, ladies and gentlemen, are going to flood into this furniture store? Especially when you hear about some of the things we're going to implement in part 2. But even without a part 2, entrepreneur, I hope you can see how a strategy like this far outperforms blasting ads all over television, all over local radio, all over local newspaper. Because stop and think about this. The average person is tuning all of that noise out. Plus, the furniture concern, to try to reach the people, they got to pay the prime time when you're driving to work, when you're coming home from work. That means they're spending even more money. It makes far more sense to network a marketing transaction like this, which, let's be honest, this is going to take a little more time. You got to join the Chamber of Commerce. You got to network. You got to get to know the right people. You got to make the offer. And we know not every commercial property owner and or broker will go for this. That's not the point. The point is you get this in front of enough people that are semi-qualified and you're going to strike some deals. So let me just go a step further right now. If any of you are in the jewelry business, the appliance business, and or the furniture business, or if you know someone who is, forward this video to them. Let them see what I'm advocating, and whatever transaction I put together, because you introduced the two of us, you're going to get a piece of it. That's marketing, ladies and gentlemen. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line, entrepreneur, if you're interested in learning how to do it in the next 90 days or less, that's correct, without having to add any new customers or clients, you just got a glimpse of it, hopefully, in this video. What you need to do is, you see that website at the bottom? youcanmarketonline.com/sales. Don't forget the /sales. You rush over there and you can get your free 9-page special report. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before you leave, I got a quick question for you. Entrepreneur, who else do you know in business who's struggling, who could definitely use some help with their marketing and promoting? Do they respect your opinion? Because if they do, here's what I want you to do for them. I want you to forward this video to them ASAP and tell them to check it out. Now, that's only if they respect your opinion. Now, if you're wondering, okay, Mark, this sounds pretty good. What do I need to do to get my business, product, or service to the next level? No matter what that level is. Entrepreneur, I'm glad you asked. Here's what I have for you. On top of that free 9-page special report, ladies and gentlemen, I'm also going to throw in, absolutely free, 22 sequential email marketing lessons. It's called your Small Business Marketing Mastery Series. This is a $97 value. It's my free gift to you. It's my way of saying thanks for subscribing and welcome to the inner circle. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be crystal clear here. If for whatever reason you decide the free 9-page special report and the free 22-part sequential Small Business Marketing Series simply is not for you, my friend, under any circumstances whatsoever, for whatever reason you choose, please feel free to unsubscribe anytime you want, for whatever reason you wish. And we'll still be friends. Fair enough? This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Looking forward to being with you again on another episode real soon of the Marketing Minute.